Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Professor Lerner, David, thank you very much for organizing this and allowing us to use this amazing facility that needs a little updating. I think you can use the proceeds of the tickets that you sold for today's talk towards the updating of this. But joking aside, we are very, very grateful that we have this opportunity of telling all of you something about West Kowloon. I will just go into a little background history so that you can hopefully be a little bit more meaningful. The West Kowloon Cultural District Authority was actually established by law in July 2008, but the board actually wasn't formed until October 2008. And as you all know, the government set aside $21.6 billion for this project. The board structure is quite simple. We have a board, which is called the authority, and below the board, we have 6 committees. We have audit committee, we have remuneration committee, we have museum committee, we have performing arts committee, we have investment community, and then we have the development committee, of which I chair. So each committee has a chair, and we are allocated different tasks that I don't need to explain to you about because you are professionals. We started inviting the idea of having a master layout plan, a conceptual plan for the entire 40 hectares in West Kowloon. And the board decided that instead of simply putting an invitation for a proposal and selecting one consultant, we decided to go the extra mile and expense of actually asking to retain 3. So we sent out invitation for proposals in November 2008, about a month after we were formed. And by January, we asked for technical and fee proposals where the consultants were shortlisted. And we then went through a sort of presentation interview process. If I remember correctly, about a dozen were shortlisted out of quite a number from all over the world. So we then actually appointed the 3 conceptual plan consultants in July. In parallel, we also selected a project plan development consultant, and that particular consultant has the task to actually translate the selected conceptual plan into a development plan for submission to the town planning board and become the development blueprint, as it were, for West Kowloon. Part of the law that formed West Kowloon called for the formation also of a consultation panel, and the job of the consultation panel is actually to take public views and soundings, both in terms of public forum, in terms of focus group and workshops. And we just completed stage 1, where all our 4 consultants, in fact, I think took part and participated in workshops or in focus groups, in public forums to listen to public views. And also, we just ended that exercise, a 3-month exercise from October to January, from last October to January this year. And the report actually come out. And this will give the consultants, hopefully the conceptual plan consultants, some idea as to the public hope and aspirations of what they would like to see. We will hopefully be given the 3 conceptual plans sometime in the middle of this year. It's probably likely to be end of May, mid-May, end of May. And then what the board will do is to start the second round public engagement exercise that will be undertaken by the consultation panel. And we intend to have some sort of a roving exhibition around different locations in Hong Kong, and we are just in the process of planning that exercise. And that will go on for 3 months. Again, this time the public, the experts, the focus groups will have a little bit more to talk about, in the sense that they will actually see 3 conceptual plans as to how the 3 different renowned experts actually see, from their point of view, how West Kowloon should be. And you can imagine, some of the challenges that are going to come out from that, and some of all the views and opinion. Everybody will be a master planner at the end of this exercise. We then take the views that we get from this second stage public engagement exercise back to the board, and the board will then see what ideas coming from the public, or coming from focus groups, or coming from different all different points of view in Hong Kong, as to what we could incorporate into the final selected conceptual plan. One feature of the work of the 3 conceptual planners is that we have actually agreed with them that if there are features, let's say if we had A, B, C, and B was selected, but there are features in A or C that we like, we are at liberty, and we are entitled to ask consultant B or option B to incorporate those features into the final plan. When the final plan is done, we will again go out and have a 3rd round consultation with the public engagement, and that will be the basis for the project development plan that we will submit to the Town Planning Board that I mentioned earlier. I think our 3 consultants will look at the what I call the technical feasibility, the engineering feasibility, because West Kowloon is quite a challenging site. It looks lovely and flat, on top, but there are a number of things underneath, including, 2 railway run by MTR, as well as the Western Tunnel exit, but also part of the express rail terminus. Will occupy something like 3.3, 3.5 hectares underground, but actually into the site of West Kowloon. So our consultants actually have their work cut out for them. So without further ado, we had a little draw earlier. So if I could call upon David to come up on behalf of the Ram Cool House team, OMA team.